Hi, this is Rand from Radio 66, and here's a short video on a QRP magnetic loop antenna that I bought off of eBay from a ham operator in China. His call sign is BH5HDE, and perhaps you've seen him on eBay. Now, what you get when you do order this antenna, you of course get the loop itself, which is an LMR 400 type material. It's about 1 meter long. You get the control box here, which has 2 variable capacitors and a toggle switch in it. You also get the antenna cable itself, which is about 2 meters long and has a toroid wrapped at one end. You get the tripod, and you also get this adapter here so you can go from 239 to B and C. And then finally you get this handy carrying case. Everything fits very nicely in this, making this a very portable and easy to deploy antenna. Now, how do these magnetic loop antennas work? Well, essentially they are a big loop, what we call a self-resonating antenna. You have the big coil itself here, which is the inductive portion of the antenna, and then you have the coupling capacitor here, which is the capacitive part of the antenna, and the combination of the values of L and C, and minus both of those will determine what frequency is allowed to pass through this loop here and what you can tune into. From the variable capacitor are the 2 leads that go to the radio, and on this particular leg you see another variable capacitor used for adjusting the SWR sweep. Now, the nice thing about a magnetic loop antenna is that it has a pretty sharp Q on it, so it's good for tuning into the frequency you want to listen to and rejecting some of the noise on either side of you. Now, how you set up an antenna like this: you first adjust the SWR control here, the bottom knob, to the center position. You make sure your toggle position is in the right position. In the up position on this one here is for 40 meters, and on the down position is for 20 down to 10 meters. And then you take this control here on the top and you tune to the frequency you want to listen to, and you adjust it to where the floor noise comes up to its highest level. Perhaps you'll hear it. You can hear that. And then you go back and you check the SWR sweep if you have that capability, and you check your SWR level. You want it to be below 1.5, and if it's a little high, you can take your bottom control and adjust it one way or the other until you get to that point. We're probably below 1.5 now here, so we're all set. Now, how well do these antennas actually work? Well, if you tune them properly, and you have to tune them each time you change frequency or change bands, and if your propagation is in pretty good shape, and if you're outside kind of away from things, you will make contacts. But as one person once told me, do not expect this antenna to replace that nice dipole you have in your backyard. 2 different beasts. Now, personally, I've made several contacts with this antenna. From my experience, I hear more of the other station than they can hear me. For instance, I was working a POTUS site in Missouri once. I gave him a 5.5 as a signal report, and he gave me a 3.1. I could hear him better than he could hear me, and I've heard others talk about that. But anyhow, it's a fun antenna to work with. It's worked well for me, and certainly give it a try if you're interested in an antenna like this. So that's it. Feel free to ask me any kind of questions you might have about this antenna. Always enjoy hearing from you. In the meantime, thanks for watching. This is Rand from Radio 66 73.